Hey, Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh here. Sorry, I forgot I was live here. I just posted some trade results in the group here, and I wanted to make a quick video just going over them a little bit. But and these were trades that we closed today. So we're right now it's 12 p.m., 12:11 p.m., 4:14, Tuesday, 4/14/20. We're right in the middle of this coronavirus crisis here. I think we got about 25,000 cases in Pennsylvania. I don't know where you guys are at, but you could drop me a note, let me know how it's going where you're at. I hope everyone's safe and virus free. But when I say that these trades were all closed today, remember in Forex terms, today, 414 is from 5 p.m. yesterday, right? 5 p.m. Eastern time yesterday to 5 p.m. Eastern time today represents trading in Forex 414. Okay. So these trades that I posted in the group closed today, which means they closed at some point from 5 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, which was Monday, to current time today. Okay, so let's just look in the group here real fast. Where are we at here? So here's the posting in the group. We got 28 pips on this trade here, 38 pips on NZD JPY. We had 35 pips on EUR JPY, so that one actually closed, yesterday, but it's still considered today. And then we got 47 on USD JPY, and we lost this one trade here with AUD JPY. We lost 43 pips here. So we ended up winning 4 out of 5, and we gained a little bit over 100 pips on these trades that we closed out today. I still have 2 trades open right now, and if I can look, I don't have an image of them. I can't get them up here for you, but I just look on my phone real fast on MT4. We have 2 trades still open. One of them is a USD CHF short, which is in profit, and an EUR USD buy, which is negative right now. And we'll show you those on the charts. But anyway, what I found here, I find out new stuff every day as I use this Fibo Quantum indicator. So the idea is to use it here on demo so that we can get the largest percentage of trades to win with profit, right? The least amount to lose. And then that way we can develop a trading strategy and a way to use this indicator on our live accounts so we can make money. Now, keep in mind, these trades that closed today, and I do still have 2 more open, that's over 100 pips profit. 4 out of 5 trades were winners. And if you traded a full lot size, which probably most of us may never be able to do, hopefully we are at some point, but if you traded on a live account and you did a full lot size and you had a 100 pip gain in one day, that would be almost $1,000. Okay, so it could be a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on the pair. So and even at half a lot, it would be $500. 0.25 lot size would be $250. So the question is, how much money do you really have to make every day trading Forex? And of course, understanding that some days you will lose money. So anyway, this turned out pretty good, and I changed the method of managing the trades today because every day, like I said, I'm learning new stuff. So if you look here, what I noticed is, and yesterday was a prime example. I was trying to take these trades and do more of a swing trading technique. Swing trading means you're going to hold the trade anywhere from 3 to 20 days, right? I was trying to develop this indicator into more of a swing trade indicator. The problem is that I don't have the type of personality to not look at the chart all the time, and I don't have the type of personality. I want to say personality. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I can't handle the fact that I'm up 100 pips and now I'm back to break even. So just to give you an example, yesterday this is one of the trades that we closed. It's on the in the image today here, but this was a really good trade. And again, remember, we have 3 moving averages on here that are all and the values for these moving averages come from the Fibonacci sequence numbers, right? We're using the Fibonacci indicator, and the moving averages are Fibonacci sequence numbers. So The red is the 13, the white is the 21, and the blue is the 89. So those are all Fibonacci sequence numbers. I did it red, white, and blue so that you could see them line up when you know it's okay to take a trade with the trend. However, here's what I've been finding out. And I talked a little bit about the 3-day cycle and Steve Morrow's, you know, market maker method and the way that he would count the levels and count the 3-day cycle. And, that's just a little bit too hard, I think, for people to understand. One of the things that I'm going to be testing here as I continue on is if I pull this out here, you're going to see that these moving averages cross, obviously, from the bottom up at some point, and they cross from the top down at some point, which changes the trend. So what you want to do is we want to start gathering information on the count. How many days these are up? So when they cross right here, this particular one, this is EURJPY. The moving averages stay up in an uptrend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then they cross down. So it seems like somewhere around 5 days seems to be a good amount of time where you can continue taking trades with the trend. After about 5 days, and again, I don't have this locked in yet. It may be 6 days, it may be 7 days, it may only be 4. But right now it's looking like the trades that I looked at, it's somewhere around that 5 or 6 range. And then what happens is you have to look for a reversal. I mean, they can't go up forever. The moving averages, you can scroll back on the chart. They're going to go above the 89. They're going to go below the 89. It's not going to stay in an uptrend forever. It's not going to stay in a downtrend forever. Sometimes it'll chop, right, and move in a range. We want to focus on the times, though, when it's in an uptrend or a downtrend, but more importantly, those times right when it's beginning to switch. Those seem to be the times, and I'll show you a couple examples here today. This is one of them, where if you get it right when the trend is getting ready to reverse, you have a trade that seems to go a little bit further into profit, a little bit quicker, and it doesn't seem to go against you that much. Okay, so if you look at EURJPY, this is a prime example here. Like I said, the moving averages crossed over the 89, so it was in an uptrend, stayed there for 5 days. Then right here yesterday on the 6th day, they crossed down. Now, if you look here, the sell entry goes off right here for this particular pair. So if you look at it right there, it looks like you'd be trading against a trend, right? However, you want to be able to try to spot these crosses because these, I think, we're going to find are going to be the best trades to take, And so one thing that tips you off here, first of all, the price has now moved down below the 89-day moving average. So that tells you that, you probably don't want to take any more long positions, and you may want to start looking now for some short positions because it looks like it's getting ready to cross. So right here where we get the sell entry yesterday on EURJPY, the price is now down below the 89 moving average. It just moved down, right? One candle below. Just moved down. We're on the hourly chart here. That's where we take our trades. It just moved down below the 89-day moving average, and both of the faster EMAs are pointing straight down. Okay, so this is why I took this trade yesterday, even though at the time of taking it, I appeared to be going against the trend. But I'm telling you guys, this is what you need to look for. You need to look for these times where price moves from above down below or from below up above, and then you'll see the moving averages may soon follow, especially if you get a sell signal. Okay, so we got the sell signal here. I take it, and what I want to show you guys is this does not move against you at all. Now it moves to take profit 1, pulls back off, comes all the way back to your entry. This is what I'm talking about. And then from there, it goes well past take profit 3. Now yesterday, I was in a mode where I was going to try to take these trades for as many pips as I could. I was going to try to figure out a way to trail the stop up so that I can get most of the gain. But what happened was here, it moved down here right away. I mean, it moved straight down here. And then what I did was, as it got down to this point here, I moved the trailing stop to take profit 2. I figured that that would be enough room to give this to move before it goes further. But what happens is it corrects all the way back here close to take profit 1. So I got out of this trade. I put a white line here, but I actually got out right at take profit 2. I wanted you to be able to see the purple take profit 2 line here. So I put the white line a little bit above it. You'll see that in some other charts as well. But anyway, we got out here. So, we had an opportunity to get more pips, but we didn't get them. This is why today what I decided to do was I decided to get out of the trade when it got to take profit 1 or I was up 50 pips, whatever come first. So on some of these pairs, you'll get a 50 pip gain before you get to take profit 1. On some of them, you'll get to take profit 1 first and you'll get out of the trade. Okay, so I got out of this trade right at take profit 1. And you may say, well, Bill, you missed out on all. You could have got out of take profit 3 instead of take profit 1. And you're right, But the other thing I want you to see is you see how it comes all the way back here to just about break even. So that means if it gets to take profit 1, and I've noticed this throughout in all the pairs, all the trades that I looked at, all the pairs that I looked at going back through, is it moves back a lot like that. Okay. Now remember, I told you these trades don't usually go against you if you get in right when the trend is about to change, but they still sometimes move back to break even. And that's what this one does. So do you really want to be in a situation where you get in a trade and you're up 30 pips, you got 30 pips profit, and all of a sudden you have nothing? Okay. Now you got to worry about it going against you and possibly getting stopped out here with a 30 pip loss. That doesn't happen in this case, but and like I said, yesterday I was trying to take these trades for more pips, but it just didn't work out. And then you see here, after it pulls back, it then moves forward. And so still at this point here, and then back up again, and then back down, right? So really, it doesn't even give you the price action on this, doesn't even give you a better trailing stop than the take profit 2 was. Because in order for you to move based on price action, you have to get a new low. Okay, so this is the lowest low, which means it pulls back to here, right? Pulls down to here. Now you're using like this area, or maybe using this area here if you're using price action for a trailing stop. So in any event, we got out of this one at take profit 2. But what I started doing today is I decided to get out at a 50 pip gain, or take profit 1, whichever one comes first. And this is what I'm going to do probably for the rest of the week, see how it goes. And then later on today, I can go back to all these trades here that we're showing you here, all these images here. I could go back to these trades later on today, in the afternoon, and I can see, I can also wait till tomorrow morning, right? I can wait till tomorrow morning, wake up, I can go and see, and I can see, wow, look, this one really dropped down further. I could have got another, 50 pips. Or hey, this one went, after it got to take profit 1, it went back and I got stopped out. I could show you one like that right now, CADJPY, right? Yesterday, this gives a sell signal right here. This is the same kind of situation, guys. Look at the moving averages. See how they cross up above here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days they're up above. Okay? When you see this up above 5 or 6 days, it's time for a reversal. At some point, it's going to reverse. It may not reverse right away, but if I was you, I wouldn't take any more long entries because it's already been above the moving average here for 6 days after the cross. Counting the day it crosses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then on the 7th day, it crosses back down into a downtrend, right? But let's look at it. Okay, I get in. Okay, when I get in this entry right here, this sell entry, again, the price is now below the 89. It's moved from above to below. That's my first tip saying, hey, you might not want to take any more buy entries. Don't go long anymore. Now you want to start looking for those moving averages to cross and the trend to change. But you want to try to get in right before that happens, because that's going to be the best trade. So it does happen. We get in. Now what happens? What happens? This moves straight down, right? Right past take profit one. We're up 33 pips. And then what happens? Boom. It goes right back up and stops us out for a loss. Right back up and it stops us out for a loss, guys. And if I'm not mistaken, right, that's the loss. That's our only loss on here. When you look at our trade confirmations that closed today, right, that's our loss right there. AUDJPY is the one loss that we had out of 5 closing trades, right? And had I just taken the profit at take profit one, this would have been a winning trade. This would have been a winning trade. That's a difference now. That's a swing of, instead of, this is a 30 pip gain now, instead of what was it, a 40, it was a 30 pip loss. I don't know why I lost it. Oh, what happened was I didn't get in right at the sell entry level. So I got in a little bit further down. So the gain would have been a little bit less. It would have been maybe 25 pips, but the loss ended up being over 40. Okay. But when you think about it, if you go from a gain of whatever, 25 pips to a loss of 40 pips, that's a swing of 65 pips. Now, instead of being up just 102 pips, we would be up 127 pips with all winning trades. So, that's why I thought to myself, hey, I'm just going to get out of take profit one. Well, what happened today? This came back down, right? Look what happened here. The moving averages crossed back over, right? Price moves back above the 89-day moving average, and then the two faster EMAs move over as well. But then what happens? It crosses back down again. Price moves down below. Both moving averages are pointing down. So I got in this trade again today. Again, I got in a little bit later, right about here. And what happened was I got out down here to take profit one. So today I got out with a gain. So if you look on here just to show you, that was the loss, right? And this was the gain, 28 pip gain. CAD. Actually, I showed you the wrong chart. I don't think we didn't actually take that trade down yesterday. The loss was in AUDJPY, not C. So I gave you the wrong information there, guys. I'm sorry about that. This is CADJPY. So actually, we didn't take this trade yesterday. And I probably didn't take it because, maybe I was worried that it wasn't getting ready to reverse. I can't exactly remember. But the point is, had we taken it, it goes to take profit one right away, and then it goes right back up and stops us out. Unless that shows up at a different point in time, I'm not sure. Let me look at my charts real fast here. If I look at the trade confirmations in the group, I can get an idea if we did take that trade, but I guess okay, I guess not. So let's move on here. Anyway, let's just scroll through the charts here real fast. I'll show you a couple things here. Like I said, we took that trade. We took this short here. We got out. This was already with the trend. So if you look here, the cross happened right here. So that was 1, 2, 3. This is only the 4th day. So this trend can run another 1 or 2 days maybe, and we can continue taking sell entries if they show up, right? And then at some point, it's going to change. The trend is going to show that it's about to reverse, and it may actually reverse, right? And then we'll start taking long positions. This trade here is one we're currently in right now, okay? So if you look at EUR USD, you see that we got a cross up above right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is now the 6th day that this particular pair, where the two faster moving averages are above the 89. So this is the 6th day. We took this trade here. It moved up. And like we said, we have our take profit set here at take profit 1, which is about 42 pips from where we got in. Okay, so hopefully this trade pans out for us, but it's getting to the point now where this one may start showing signs that it's going to reverse. Okay, EURJPY, we talked about that one. This is a trade that we didn't take yesterday. Okay, we just missed it. What happened was the one candle here. This candle was probably came out on news. And sometimes it's the news that moves the market. But like I told you when I talked a little bit about the market maker method, which we're not using, but if you study that method, you learn that a lot of times the market makers actually use the news to get the currency to move the way they want it to move so that they can take the most money away from retail traders. So just keep that in mind when you think about the news. So anyway, this gave a sell entry right here. It was already with the trend, right? Now this had crossed over, right? The moving average has crossed over way back here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days with that moving average in a downtrend. Okay, so could have taken that trade. We didn't take this trade. Right away, it goes to take profit 1, right? What do I tell you? We're going to get out at take profit 1 or 50 pips, whatever comes first, right? That happened to be right at 48.8 pips if you got in right at the sell line, okay? So we would have got 50 pips on that. What happens after that? It doesn't go much further down. Then it retraces, comes all the way back up to break even. So again, if we're using a method where we say, hey, when we get to take profit 1, we're going to move our stop to break even. Well, if we do that, we get out of break even, we don't make any money. So now we take a trade that should be a winning trade where we put money in our bank account and we get nothing. Now that doesn't sound that bad, Bill, you didn't lose anything. But then what happens is we get a losing trade now and we're down money, right? So now after we lose, now we need 2 trades probably to get back to even, right? So we have to take this money when the market gives this to us, okay? So as we go on, we can study more trades and see how they would come out, and we can refine our method as we go. But for right now, guys, if you're trading with a live account, you get to take profit 1. You take your money. Take profit 1 or 50 pips, whatever comes first. You take your money, get out of the trade. You have money in your bank account. You have no more risk on that trade. Okay? Now, there are other ways you could do it. Yeah, you could sell half the position, move the stop to break even. What do you accomplish there, though? Instead of making $200 on a trade, you only make $100. Again, when you take a loss, it ends up being a full loss. So it wipes out, 2 of your winning trades if you only get half profit on them. So you have to take all this stuff into consideration. It's a lot to take into consideration, I know. Anyway, let's get through this here. We don't want to make this video too long here. We're coming up here later on today. We might get a buy entry here on GBP/JPY. It's been up above. The moving averages have been pointing up. The price did drop below the 89 for a while, and the moving averages tried to cross, but then they've come right back up. Okay, this is NZD/JPY. We won money on this one today, right? We got in here. Again, this was today we got in. We didn't take this trade yesterday. We didn't take this trade yesterday because I didn't feel that there wasn't enough information here to show us, to convince me that this was about to reverse the trend. Okay. But then today, after it moved up again, and then it started moving back down, right? You get the price comes down below the sell entry, and now the price is below the 89-day moving average. And you see both of the faster moving averages pointing down. So I decided to take this trade today. I didn't take it yesterday. Had I taken it yesterday, it looks like I made a good decision, right? Because, it doesn't get up 50 pips. It doesn't make it to take profit 1. It goes back and gets stopped out with a 37, 38 pip loss. But then it comes back down again, right? These trades give you more than one opportunity a lot of times. Okay. So now we come down, what we do, we got out. Now this was originally, I was going to shoot just for 50 pips. So I put it down here somewhere to take profit. But then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to get out at take profit 1 or 50 pips, whatever comes first. We got out of this one somewhere in the middle here. Probably ended up with about 40 pips, I think, on this one. We'd have to look at the image. But this was a good trade. Again, we're out of it, right? Tomorrow morning, I could wake up, I could look at these trades. I say, oh, look, this went all the way down here. I could have made all these pips. Or, hey, look, it went back up. I would have got stopped out. I think for right now, guys, we take our profit. We get to take profit 1. We get a 50 pip gain, whichever one comes first. We cash it out. We put the money in the bank. Okay, this one. Very interesting here. I wrote here no trade. Here's the buy entry. I didn't want to take this trade. Say, Bill, why don't you want to take this trade? It's in a beautiful uptrend, right? It is in a beautiful uptrend. So if I look here, here's the day where the faster moving averages cross back over from down, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. This is the 6th day, okay? And I said to myself, I'm not going to take that trade today. I think it's getting ready to reverse, okay? So this is where when I look at these trades, we'll determine, is it 5 days? Is it 6 days? Is it 7 days? What day makes sense to stop taking the trades with the trend because you feel it's too far extended and it needs to correct a little bit first before you can go ahead and take maybe short positions, or you can go back to taking long positions. This one does look as if it needs to correct a little bit, right? However, if we look at our method, like we were saying today, take 50 pips or take profit 1, whatever comes first, right? This particular pair, GBP USD, this was up 57 pips. So we could have got 50 pips in this trade in a couple hours and been out of it, right? So I didn't take it though. USD CHF, we're in this trade here, right? This is a short position. We got in right here. We're currently up a little bit. You see the moving averages made the cross down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just the 6th day now, okay? So it looks like somewhere around that 5 or 6 days, it's safe to take the trades. And then you have to start looking for a trend reversal to happen, right? Or some type of correction before you can go back to taking the trades again. This one, again, I put no trade here, right? There's a buy entry. It's very close to it. If you look at this, the moving averages cross over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is actually the 7th day in a row with those moving averages up. So again, just in my mind, I'm thinking that this needs to correct. If this moves up above the buy entry, I wouldn't want to take this trade. I wrote no trade here, as you can see, to remind myself not to take that trade. NZD-USD, this is moving down right now. It's just kind of trending along here. AUD-JPY. This one we took the loss on. So we took this buy right here. We took the buy right here today. And again, when we look back here, we see a cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was the 7th day, okay, with this currency in an uptrend. Okay, so that may be just too many days. So I probably shouldn't have taken that trade, but I did decide to take it. And this is the information I'm using, guys, to determine when it's just no longer a good idea to take a trade with the trend, because sometimes that's the case. It's not going to keep going up forever. And at some point, it's going to reverse. It's either going to reverse trend or it's going to do some type of correction to start the reverse trend, and then it may move back up again from there. Okay, here's one I missed today. Yeah, again, this is GBP NZD. And again, this is one of those trades, guys, where the trend was down, okay? And then right here today, it actually did it a little bit yesterday, but right here today, but it didn't give a buy entry yesterday. But today, price moves back up above the 89-day from below, right? And when you get the buy signal here, look, these faster moving averages here, the 13 and the 21 are pointing straight up, like they're getting ready to cross. And what happens is you can get in this trade here, and like we said, 50 pips or take profit one. This is a very volatile pair, one of the most volatile ones there is. It makes big moves every day. Okay, 50 pips in this pair, guys, is right here. You'd be out of this trade within 2 hours with 50 pips. Now it continues moving up. It's currently up 167 pips right now. Okay, but again, right now we're saying, hey, let's just get our 50 pips or take profit one and get out. Now, if you do take a trade in GBP/NZD, that may be the one pair that you may want to make an exception in for that. But that could be at a later time once we have this trading strategy down pat and we're making money with it, right? We're winning 7 out of 8 trades, 6 out of 8 trades, 6 out of 9 trades, 8 out of 10 trades, whatever it is, 9 out of 10 trades. CAD JPY, we talked about this earlier, AUD NZD, and CHF JPY. So that's what we look like right now, guys. I showed you the closing trades today. And again, when I say today, that's from 5 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, Monday, to 5 p.m. Eastern time today. Now it's currently on Tuesday. It's currently 12:42. We wouldn't be taking any more trades after 12 o'clock, right? From 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern time, we don't take any new trades. It don't matter if they go and they give a signal to get in or go long or go short. We don't take the trade. We don't even start looking again to take trades until 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. And that's when I'll see you guys again. Have a great day. Any questions, drop them in the group.